Roy and Abbott.
I'm Buffy.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Get away from her, you.
You're gonna see some serious family. Assemble.
Once again, welcome back to all the poppers, the floppers, and the rampagers. It's your boys, the main man, Zach, and the final boss knock, West Coast POPCast Wednesdays. We are here, and there's a lot to talk about because last weekend was loaded, let me tell you. But just jumping on real quick, shout out to Zach once again for delivering us a professional, an astounding intro. Every time I hear it, every time I listen to it, I hear something different. And this time, Zach, I heard my favorite movie, Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel talking about family. I can't believe you put that in there, man. How you doing this week?
I'm good. I had to put it in there because we're family. And boy, did we have a great family watch along with WrestleMania Night 1. Hope you had a great WrestleMania weekend. Dynamite's on right now. Sinners, we're going to talk about the hottest movie in the country and a whole lot more, like the hottest video game in the country, Oblivion remake. Ooh, it's a god. Boy, I was going to swear too much right there. It's a good week.
It was a heck of a weekend, man. I don't remember one like this. NBA playoffs started. Last of Us was on. We'll get into that, man. It was, and first of all, everyone who jumped into the chat for WrestleMania, all three of us are here. We had an appearance from the CEO, the Infinity Champion himself. We had an appearance from Eric. That was great to see. My boy Zach held it down, and of course, your prediction champion crowned once again. I feel like I ran through the whole team. Great stuff. Pause. But yeah, everyone jumped in the chat. The poppers, the floppers, the rampagers. 2,000 views on that stream. Comments were great. Everyone who watched it with us, man, whether you watched live or watched afterwards, we really appreciated that, man. You made it so fun. It was good to be back with the guys.
Hell yeah, man. Always good to be back.
Man, but getting into it, Zach, speaking of it, WrestleMania was this week. And night 1, night 2. We can go to night 1 first, since that might be a quicker topic. Just some quick thoughts. We live streamed it. Great time. But was the show great?
Was the show great? I'm going to say no, it wasn't great. Great main event and some cool spots in between. But overall, this is what I expect from like old, like mid-2000s Backlash. I didn't think like this was a great pay-per-view. It just looked big.
Yeah, that was my thing. I said on the stream, I said the main event saved the entire night. I was so glad we didn't pay for night 1 because I would have been disappointed if I went there. I'll be honest. I would have been very disappointed.
Yeah, if you did go, let us know how you thought it was live. Because on TV, it just felt a little flat.
It did, crowd-wise. And again, I went to a few shows, pay-per-views for AEW in Vegas. Obviously, AEW Double or Nothing, the first one. That crowd's going to be hot no matter what. But some pay-per-views afterwards, I felt like a Vegas crowd is hard to keep going throughout the entire show. It's just Vegas, so it's tough.
Right.
So you really have to bring it. And in night 1, I just felt like I was disappointed a lot, man. I thought Ray Fenwick should have won. I didn't think he should have lost to this fake luchador. So besides booking stuff, I just thought like it didn't feel as smooth. It didn't feel as big. There's some parts where it felt like, it could have been a Raw.
Yeah. 100%. I'll go the opposite. I think Ray should have lost just because new guys coming in, I don't think should win big things like this or titles right away. Just my opinion. I think Ricky Saints got a belt too soon.
That's a good point.
You
know,
know. But he got a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, he did have a Mania match. That's true. I wouldn't have minded him losing. I just wanted him to lose to that guy. But what's getting lost in the sauce of my complaints is Chad Gable got a Mania win. So shout out to Chad Gable.
Is he on night 3? When did Chad Gable wrestle?
I'm not buying into this Ezekiel. This is Chad. That's Chad. That's him.
Hey. Speaking of, we're going to see him this weekend. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, really? That's a shock to me. This is news to me.
I'll pull up the matches if you want later, but I'm going to die first, but then I'll pull up the matches. But we're going to get an open challenge from Ezekiel. Mr. All Power, welcome to the stream. WrestleMania was one big giant ad. This is my biggest complaint. Call the general now for WrestleMania? What are we doing? I'm just gonna get this out of the way too before we let's just go into night 2 right away too. Everyone's
jump into night 2.
My biggest complaint about night 2 with the giant ads is Drew McIntyre's entrance for Doom. You could tell he was just looking at it like, God, like I got the corporate entrance. I got it. I got it this year. He wasn't too happy. He had the Doom gear on. He had the Doom stuff on there. And then because of that, they had to do the Doom intro, the Doom tie-ins, Pat McAfee talking about Doom. They screwed up Kerry King, one of the coolest guitarists of all time. They should have had him go on first and do the soundtrack during the video package and had it right. But they had to do this Doom crap first and make sure that was okay for the sponsors. And then Kerry King, man, if you watched it, you saw it wasn't good until about 20 seconds into it. So that was a huge complaint of mine.
Yeah. If you're gonna do a video game ad, I don't know. I would have maybe used a New Day, someone who might be a little more into it, could have gave you something more. Someone who's, I don't know, they've had pretty crazy, cool entrances that tied into other things.
Yeah.
If you have to do it. But again, just when I look at entrances, Mania entrances are something I always like to look back on, like Triple H's entrances, Taker's entrances. To use it for an ad, I feel like you kind of, I don't know, you're stomping over somebody.
And that's the thing, too. You got the Clash of Clans one in the tag match with New Day and War Raiders. So then you could have used Doom and made it cool with the War Raiders and stuff. But then, of course, you do the War Raiders, Vikings, Clash of Clans, and everything else like that. But, man, I don't know, man.
I got another one for you, Zach.
Yeah.
Why not use your megastar, your crossover YouTube sensation to promote some stuff? Since, you know,
heaven forbid we use the dainty celebrity whose crappy piss drink is sitting ringside every episode to do that. You're right, Knock. 100% right.
No, like this guy, Drew McIntyre's bust his ass all year, man. Get him a proper entrance. That was my other complaints too.
Before we go on real quick, it's someone's birthday Saturday morning. Happy birthday, Hassan Durrell.
Hold on. Next Saturday is May. So you're a May baby? I knew I liked you. May is the greatest month of all time. It's near and dear to my heart. It's very special. We have a lot of celebrities that are born in May, very special people out there. So shout out to you, man. I hope you have a great birthday.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday, Hassan. And thank you, Mr. All Power. It was most excellent.
Yes. Back into it. Some of my complaints. Again, the whole ad stuff, great point, Mr. All Power. The whole Bailey situation. She had an interview recently with Van Vliet that was filmed before this. There's a clip circulating where it seemed like she knew what was going to happen. So she kind of hinted at it without saying it. And how, she said she's effing Bailey. Why would, I accept some of these stories? All she was ever told was, just be a good soldier. Just if you get something that you don't think is good, just try to make your best of it. And she's done that. Or she tried to pitch some stuff and get turned down. And then she feels even worse. Bailey's a superstar, all right? The reason she's not on, Charlotte, Becky level is because they don't – it's got nothing to do with her.
Who else recently said had some talk about being a good soldier?
Oh, do you want to get into the nuclear pipe bomb, Mr. Cross?
Go for it, because he was involved in that match. If you see, who's that guy getting pinned? Oh, he's involved in that match with AJ Styles.
Okay, this is something I want to see from AJ. First of all, AJ, again, I've said this repeatedly on this channel. AJ is my favorite wrestler of all time. He's the guy. He's up there with the Danielsons, the Hart, the Michaels. He's there, and you jobbed about to Logan. You wouldn't do this to Roman Reigns. You didn't do it to Seth. Why does AJ have to be the guy constantly having to put people over? Cody needs a good first opponent to get his run going. Give him AJ. LA Knight, we need to get him over. Give him AJ. Logan Paul, get him a good match that means something. Give him some legitimacy. Give him AJ. When are we going to start giving Undertaker? We need to give Undertaker a proper send-off. Give him AJ. When are we going to give AJ his flowers? When is he going to get his turn? This is so disrespectful. It really bothers me, Zach. It really bothers me. I told these guys I was canceling my Peacock. I was serious. It's canceled.
He canceled his Peacock. He sent it in the chat. He's a man of his word. Because of this AJ Styles match, he canceled Peacock.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. You can talk a little bit more. I have a better picture. I know you don't want to disrespect AJ, so I found a better one after I put that slide together.
But we were talking about Cross. Cross gave I felt like he was blending some storyline in there, but I thought he was giving his real thoughts. Like,
yeah,
maybe not to F the guy in the suit in the backstage. Maybe that might have been, talked about prior. But a lot of the stuff felt real because we talked about how Cross does such subtle things. He does stuff for the wrestling fan, for the viewer. He's putting in so much work and he's not giving a lot, but he's making the most of it. All this little story about turning people heel when they touch Cross, that's him.
Yeah,
that's him. And he's making it work.
He got a big pop on Raw just for an appearance backstage.
Yeah, they booed when he got eliminated in the SmackDown Battle Royal. Like he said, like he's getting himself over. This is the most interesting he's been, I think, since I've seen him in WWE.
Yeah. Here, Knock is a picture of AJ after the match. I just want to put it up there. So there's AJ after the match.
This is so disrespectful, man. This is crazy. It just, if there's two people I want to see jump ship, it's AJ Styles, so he can have that Danielson run before he retires, and it's Bayley. I think Bayley is so disrespected. She's had some wins at Mania. She's had some runs to the title, but there's a difference, Zach. Just like Seth Rollins, there's a difference between, getting a belt, getting a run, and you doing the best you can with it, and then getting pushed as like the guy.
Yeah.
Now that Seth's with Paul, we're going to see that. I want to see that happen for Bayley.
We'll see. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
Any thoughts on the cross
ahead of time?
Yeah.
Oh, am I lagging?
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Okay. The cross pipe bomb
you just actually just cut. So is it me? Is it me or is it Zach?
Let us know in the comments. It was on WWE's website for hours after, so then I kind of wised up. But I liked it. I think it's good, and I think we're gonna get bigger things to come because you got to start building stuff for after Mania and build new people. Hopefully, something better for Bayley.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. And then just to touch on night 2, since it did happen, some big things that happened there. The whole Becky jumped in, won the belts, then lost the belt, and turned heel. We had the whole Cena stuff. No Rock, but Travis Scott. The Rock tried to clean it up a little bit on the Pat McAfee show. Any thoughts on night 2 and some of the things that went down?
I thought those were cool surprises. Everyone kind of knew it was Becky. The Joe Hendry one was very cool. I thought it was very well done. I liked it with Randy Orton. Yeah. He was handpicked by Randy Orton. I thought that was cool. We'll see him this Sunday at TNA Rebellion. And I'm not a big John Cena fan, as many of you know. Yeah. I do not like the guy. This is the right move with the ending, just crappy ending. I think it's even worse now that The Rock tried to explain it. Travis Scott should not have been there one bit. Yeah. Not one iota.
Yeah. They again, I'm sure they'll redeem Cody at some point. They just made him look weak. They threw everything away with that type of loss. Like the way he got pinned, I thought it was going to take a lot for him to get pinned and lose the belt. This made him look weak. It really made me think about last year, Zach, where Cody wasn't supposed to be in that spot. They try to take him out the main event spot to win the title.
Yeah. I'll just say this. I'm good on The Rock. I don't even want Rock Roman anymore. I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good.
Why are we shooting ourselves in the foot?
I don't know. This is what's going around too. Your thoughts on this? This was trending for about 2 hours on Monday night.
Okay. Here's 2 thoughts. I don't know if there's confirmation, Zach.
Okay.
Whose idea was it to take Bayley out the match? I can't fault Becky if this is presented to her. If it was her idea, that's crazy.
It's so funny this happened because if you look at it, if you watch it on the, it's on Peacock. You can't watch it anymore now because you're a man of your word, and I respect you for that. I really do. The WrestleMania 9 thing, backstage video that they have on there, the documentary. It's well done and it shows what a piece of crap Hogan is. He's caught line multiple times on this thing about him knowing about the main event and taking the title. It's funny that happened and now this happens the next time they're in Vegas for WrestleMania. I don't know if it's coincidence or what it is. Maybe it's big storytelling, but it also could tie into what happened on Monday Night Raw. But if that was the case, then her return doesn't really make sense if she is going to be part of the new Heyman faction.
Interesting. I need to pay this off because here's why I won't go that far and call her that guy. She came back and returned. Last time she returned in a big way was SummerSlam, where she pinned Belair in a few seconds. At the very least, it built for Belair to beat her at Mania in a bigger spot. It was a horrible return. Don't get me wrong. She's getting known for some bad returns. But she paid it off with Belair pinning her. This needs to lead to Bayley getting a big victory over her and catapulting her back into a main spot.
If Becky's even the one who took her out. Now they're going to do the exact same storyline that they just did with Jade. What's going to be the mystery? Was it Becky? Was it Roxanne Perez? Or was it DMD, who has been very, very silent, other than just like random posts about stuff? So we'll see.
I'm curious what her contract situation is. They just wished her happy birthday, actually. So
okay,
I don't know. But that was Mania. Obviously it was a big weekend. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. John Cena, 17-time world champ. The guy did it. If Eric was here, he'd be praising him. He'd be glazing him all over. But to end Mania weekend, we gotta have the Raw after Mania.
Look at how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
So cocky. The ego. I'm gonna say this, by the way, too. I think my favorite entrance. Again, I hate John Cena. Best entrance of Mania was John Cena because the stage was too big for anyone's entrance to really like showcase themselves. But anyways, Mr. Ego is talking on the mic. He's just rambling. He's just bullshitting again. He's being kind of a boring heel, in my opinion. And then our savior, the real savior of the early 2000s, Randy Orton, comes out and RKO's him at the beginning of Raw. This is so beautiful. Look at him. What a great shot. Yeah. What a great shot. He's holding that belt up before he turns it into another Spinner Championship. And Randall Orton will probably face him at Backlash, I'm guessing. They haven't announced it yet, but we know this is the next match. I think this is a good setup. What do you think?
I think so too, man. And it kind of ties in again. Orton and Cody have such history. Orton and Cena have such history. So there's a lot you can play on here. I don't know how long Cody's going to be out, but Randy's a good first opponent. Randy deserves a world title shot too. He's a good first opponent. Yeah. I think he was going to get put in this position regardless of Kevin Owens getting hurt or not, because I think that match Randy was going to win. This is good. This is going to be cool, man. It's a throwback. I don't think we've ever seen, we never seen Orton versus Cena, switch where Cena's the bad guy.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing too, Zach. I thought this was planned. I thought this was Cena's idea to go heel for his tour. But according to The Rock, it was a last-minute thing. They wanted to make sales, so The Rock said, hey, how do we make Cody heel? And Triple H was like, you know what? How about John Cena? So it seemed like it was just last minute. I thought this was all planned out.
This is so messy. It's not planned out. I'm going to try to pull up that shirt that I had in the chat. I can't. Okay. I can't pull it up, but there's a shirt that they sold I don't have my phone with me either. A shirt that they sold, you can look it up. It says, finally, The Rock has returned to Las Vegas. This is how unaware of what they were doing at WrestleMania. They were selling a Rock Returns to Las Vegas shirt at the WrestleMania he did not return at.
You can't make that up, man. You can't make that up.
If you want to go on and talk about the rest of Raw, I'm going to try to pull up that shirt really quick.
Okay. Besides, obviously there's some complaints. I think overall, I'll give like Mania night 1 and night 2 a B. It was a lot of filler matches, but it was held up strong by some big main events, preferably the Mania night 1, which I did say would be the better match, Zach. So there's some good stuff there. Io, Bianca, and Rhea was good. I thought Bianca was going to win, but the way they did it on commentary, they said, oh, Bianca, Michael Cole made it a point to say she's not undefeated already. So that's why I knew she was going to start losing.
That was a great match. I love that match. I thought everything was going to get turned around and everything's going to be great. And then the main event happened. But that first triple threat was great. There's the shirt. WWE shirt at WrestleMania.
Imagine buying that. Crazy.
Lame.
I thought that was fake when I saw it. I didn't know that was real.
No, that's a real deal.
Last thing on Mania, shout out to Io Sky. Shinsuke posted it. I think it was the first time. I don't know if it was the first time ever or first time in a lot of years where a Japanese wrestler won at Mania. So shout out to Io.
The rest of Raw was pretty decent. It was just a couple. The Becky turn, man. What's your take on the Becky turn?
Again, what was the point? I hate when they give people the belts just to turn and say, "Oh, you turn on your partner." Like, it is way overdone. What was the point of winning then? Like it just
Right.
you could have had Liv, who busted her ass all year, could have got a nice Mania win for all that.
Right. They could have done this at Mania. You get a big pop for the return. You get a big, oh my God, moment at the ending. And then you storytell on Monday Night Raw. I didn't think this was done very well.
Yeah. Besides that, we got the dream match. Stephanie McCurr has mentioned her dream match was against Io Sky. We got that match.
Great.
Great stuff there. Rusev Day returned. We had to return.
The crowd went mild after his music hit. Once he got in the ring, everyone kind of quieted down just a little bit. I'm not the hugest Rusev guy. I hope they know what they're doing with him. He signed a 2-year deal. Another wrestler who got a deal because of his agency, which is good for him. But we'll see. I'm not the biggest Rusev fan.
I think, honestly, take his whole AEW presentation and use that. Because that was the most interesting he's ever been to me. The whole Miro, everything he was doing was really good when he was TNT
the Redeemer champion. Was good.
Yeah, so I would just use that. And then Seth, they're calling this Evolution 2.0, and they're looking for a third guy. Seth. No, Seth brought Braun Breaker as Batista. Seth as Triple H. We're looking for Randy.
No, I don't like this take online. Let me just really quick. Nothing really said about this.
Let us know.
Way to make him get built back up. I thought that's a great way without starting a feud. I love that. But this is not Evolution 2.0 because I don't like the things with Austin Theory being in there and all this other stuff. This is what is it? If someone wants to jog my memory in the chat, what is Dangerous Alliance with Paul Heyman? This is a new version of that. So I would like to see Becky join this. Again, it doesn't really make sense with her, how she came back as a face. But anyways, Dangerous Alliance. This is what I think it is. I don't think it's Evolution 2.0. I think this is Dangerous Alliance. And I think I'd like to see maybe a couple more people in there. And some people are saying Sami Zayn would be a good person to come in here.
They got to do something with Sami. We got to coin that because I don't think I've heard anyone say that. All I've heard was Evolution 2.0 remarks, but I think that's a good one, Zach.
Paul Heyman, ECW. There's a couple of Dangerous Alliances. I think there's a WCW one and I think an NWA version. But anyways, that's what it is. Let us know who you think should be in the group and what you think it should be because it is interesting. And right now we don't know much about it because it's not the Rock's group.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That what a wasted storyline. What a wasted investment. Who's third person? Who's number two? I don't know.
Let me just say, I'm not the biggest fan of things that involve him anymore. These storylines with WrestleMania, all of a sudden a tag match is the main event in WrestleMania. All of a sudden we got to scrap all this random storytelling you're doing at Elimination Chamber. All of a sudden Black Adam needs to fight Superman in a solo movie. All these things don't make sense with him. So I'm just going to take a back seat before Skyscraper 5 comes out or Moana 20 or whatever he's working on next and just enjoy some
Fast 10, baby. I will say he was in Jungle Cruise, Emily Blunt. That was really good. Me and my girlfriend loved it. I'll give him that.
Okay.
But yeah, we got to figure this wrestling stuff out, or just either you're in or out. Either you're in or you're out, man. Come on, which one is it? Stop leaving the door open. You letting all the bugs in. But yeah, Raw After Mania, good Raw After Mania episode. That would have been cool to go see. That NXT After Mania, I felt like the crowd was a little off. It was a little different, but Raw After Mania was really good in Vegas.
Yeah, but Stephanie McCurr, my workhorse of the weekend. She's great in everything she did.
Oh yeah, you're right. She killed it. She had a lot of good stuff here, actually. Great point. Some big news coming up. Before we get to all the pay-per-views, WWE did buy AAA over the weekend. Some people are saying as a response to AEW and CML running Arena Mexico, because they booked this show, I think, a week before this AEW show. But they bought AAA. AAA, the two biggest companies in Mexico, AAA and CMML, huge rivals. Ray Fenix, Penta were there for a while. When they went to AEW, they still worked AAA. Then when AEW broke off that relationship, they worked with CMML. That was like a huge thing for Ray Fenix and Penta to be there. There's a lot of, I don't know, type of bad blood. It's a lot of history, right? AAA was partners with TNA in the past, partners with Ring of Honor, New Japan. I think that ended badly as well. They partnered with AEW for a bit. That's why Vikingo had a great match at Kenny on Dynamite and a few other people there. Right. That partnership ended. AEW went with CMML. That partnership is thriving and alive right now. Out of nowhere, WWE buys AAA. Their world champion, Zach, was Alberto. This week, Eric let us know in the chat, he's gone. They let him go. World champion is out of there. This is also the company that had Tessa Blanchard that right after her controversy, she was wrestling there with, I think her husband wrestled there as well, too.
Yeah. We'll see her this Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing before I touch you on Triple H, Zach.
Yeah.
you want to go to TNA show, man? You booked it. We out here.
Yeah, we are.
Well, 3 more things on AAA. Yeah. Apparently, there was someone there that was working that really tried to cause harm to Stephanie Booker. So I don't know with that situation, they're going to let them go as well, too, or whatever. But that was a situation. And then the last thing I will say, the 2 highlights, because I don't really watch too much AAA, but I know the 2 main people here. I believe his name is El Hijo del Wagner. He's supposed to be like incredible. And he has a highlight reel that matches anybody's. And then, of course, El Hijo del Vikingo, who we've seen in AEW. So those 2 are like the stars right now. So that'd be cool to see them go against some WWE guys. Zach,
I mean, you got a WrestleMania spot.
Yeah. So you got 2 guys right now. AAA, WWE. Any thoughts on this? Any thoughts of WWE trying to buy more companies, collide, and these pay-per-views coming up?
I'm we talk about AAA enough on here. It can be very sloppy. But the other thing, Battleground for NXT is booked the same night as Double or Nothing. So I mean, if you're gonna say something isn't competition, you can kind of stop doing this stuff. It's kind of obvious. They've said that AAA was in the works for almost a year, so we'll give them that. But the announcement, the dates, everything kind of lines up.
That's hard to
Double
believe.
or Nothing, Battleground. Just saying.
That's hard to believe. Just like as soon as AEW announced their show in London this weekend, or whenever they announce it, WWE announced a tour in England or what around that. So I mean, it's like, come on. Everybody taking shots during Mania week at AEW and TK. We see what's going on.
Yeah. But yeah, they're coming to California a lot. So I don't know if we're going to be hitting any of these. I know Knox got commitments for the 7th. Two shows on the 7th. I don't get this booking, but whatever.
I would have loved to go to a Money in Bank, man, but I don't want to happen to Doghouse, so.
No, that's good on you. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see how War Games shapes up in San Diego. Maybe make the.
That'd be cool. I love the San Diego drive. It's not a bad drive at all. It's a cool freeway.
Okay. All right, and then Clash in Paris is obviously just a tester poster until they get storylines written up. But that is going to be in August. So that's your lineup. Cena only has about 27 dates left. I think he said on Raw. So that's going to be that. And let us know in the comments where, when, and who should take the belt off Cena. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And those are dates. He even said it on Raw. This is actually true. So it's funny that he says it like this. He doesn't need to wrestle. So we'll see. Let us again know when and who and where the belt should be taken off of him. If the belt should be taken off. Now I'm getting into the camp that says he should just retire with it. F it.
Oh, that's something to say. So since he won the belt, they acknowledged, I believe, Roman is the last Universal Champion, and that title is seemingly retired right now. Cody was not acknowledged as a Universal Champion. So we'll see what happens with this WWE Undisputed Championship. Maybe get a new design at some point. Last time when Cena won, he beat AJ at the Rumble and lost immediately at the Chamber. So maybe he loses it pretty quickly.
I say you keep it on them for a little bit, make it a bigger deal, because just a heel Cena running around without the title doesn't seem very feasible to me storytelling-wise.
Yeah, good point. So let us know what you guys are excited for WWE. Allegedly, someone said on the internet, I did see this. They said WrestleMania was underwhelming by design because they have an important next few 140 days of international shows that they want to be exciting. I don't know how true that is, but I don't know. That's what the internet is saying.
All right, internet. All right. What is on TV right now? AEW
Dynamite is live right now, Zach.
Is live right now. And if you're keeping up with Dynamite, let us know what's happening on there. MJF tried to buy his way into the Hurt Syndicate. I want to say her business so bad. With a new car. You can see Bobby Lashley giving him the thumbs down on his way out. Yeah. And FTR and Stokely Hathaway. Whatever. They beat the crap out of the Rock and Roll Express. This doesn't make sense. I'm good without this. Stokely should be used somewhere else.
I was actually just thinking, where was Stokely? Last time we saw him was with Statlander. they keep hot potatoing him around with different teams. I think they got to just find him a person to be with, let him run for like at least a year or two, and really establish a group. I would have put him with maybe Private Party, or I would have tried to figure something out here with a tag team that needs maybe a mouthpiece. Because I think that you could have had some hilarious content with that group, and they need to come back. And I would bring them back as heels, as bad guys. And Stokely would have been a cool person because the way they lost the belts and been off TV has been a shame to not see them on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, other things I mentioned. Didn't catch the ending of Dynamite because we're doing the stream here, but Mox will be facing Samoa Joe at their spring break show before Double or Nothing. So there's a title defense for Mox, which I don't think will lead to anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it was cool Joe tapped him out, and that was a huge moment. They probably teased that. That was big. That was a great ending to Dynamite. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think he'll win, but we're still waiting for Darby, who's on Mount Everest right now, which is an insane statement. If anybody knows, though, does anybody know who won between Jamie and Stat? I'm very interested in that match. I think it's a first time ever match, and those two are like beasts in the women's division. So I'm very excited for that.
I'll look it up because up next. Oh no, we'll talk in a little bit. I'll look it up. But Knock, this is what we're doing Sunday.
Yes, for everybody, we've been trying to be as consistent as we possibly can with our content, whether it's the reviews of The Last of Us every Monday, our Wednesday POPCast podcast episode with the Poppers. Zach has his Rampagers that are still his lost Rampagers who jump it on Friday, and some of our in real life content. We go to some of these shows. A lot of shows pop up in the LA area where we're at, so it's cool to see. This will be the first TNA show I go to that I did not work, which would be kind of interesting. Okay. It's in the Gallon Center. A few years back, AEW had a show there. I think NXT might have had a show there recently. So this is very exciting. It's a USC arena. I think their team plays there. So this is cool. I've never seen a lot of people, and we saw Masha. I don't think I've seen the Hardys live, which would be kind of cool, especially with their entrance theme song. And then Joe Hendry. That'd be really cool to see him. And then he's hot right now, man, coming off of Mania. So this should be a good show. It might be sold out.
I'm excited to see it. We'll also get Ezekiel doing an open challenge, and we get 2 NXT tag teams in there as well in a big tag match. So we're going to have a good show. We're going to do some live stuff. You'll see some shorts put up on the spot live, and then we'll put together, obviously, some video packages. So stay locked to West Coast POPcast channel here on YouTube because we got a lot of cool TNA Rebellion stuff coming to you Sunday night.
Yeah, it's a big show. They're their show after Mania. So also shout out to Macklin, who's the first ever TNA International Champion. So it's a cool belt. It's a blue strap.
I'm gonna be so lost when I go there.
Yeah. So I think because the whole TNA digital media thing ended badly with the whole destroying it at the show with PCO and whatnot, they announced a tournament for a new championship that we're putting together. I believe Macklin defeated AJ Francis for this belt.
Okay.
I think I'm a little delayed here, so Zach, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah. All right. Steve Mongo McMichael passed today. If you remember him from the Chicago Bears, and then also came over then to WCW, had a lot of good stuff in there. He was a 4 Horseman. He was on commentary, big feuds with the NWO. So he passed. So just remembering Steve Mongo McMichael out there. If you got any favorite matches from him, things he did on commentary, especially against Scott Hall, let us know. So another one of the wrestling family down today. So yeah. Wish him and his family nothing but the best. But Steve Mongo McMichael, 1957 to 2025, man. I remember he was when I first got into WCW, man. He was in there. Oblivion, Knock. Do you play Elder Scrolls?
I have not played any of the Elder Scrolls games, but when I was back in school, Skyrim was the biggest thing ever, and this was the game before Skyrim. What people said was incredible. They said it was a little hard to play. I think Eric said it was a little hard to play gameplay wise, but the remaster's out. It's going crazy. Check out Oblivion.
And if you know, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. A lot of people are just buying this remake because Knockout, you brought to my attention. A lot of these companies put out remakes so they can make another game. A lot of people are buying this remake, not only to play it and relive the game, but to assure themselves, hopefully, this next game by the company. If anyone knows what that game is, let me know. I totally forgot what it was in the chat, but I think that's very cool that they're getting support because they want more content from the game makers. Mm-hmm. All right, and next up too, if you're a fan of Toy Story series, Tom Hanks put up a 5. He's finishing up voice recording now this week. So Toy Story 5 comes out in 2026. A lot of people said it should have ended at 3. Were you a fan of 4, Knock?
4 was pretty good. I think it should have ended at 3, but 4 was actually a good movie. We enjoyed it. I don't know what you can do for 5, but
we'll see.
Since we're making new movies, give me an Incredibles 3.
You're getting an Incredibles 3. They're making it right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm all board.
You're all right. And you're getting Zootopia 2.
You're
getting 1 and 20 with The Rock.
Yeah, I'll watch Toy Story 5. I'm probably gonna go watch it, but I don't know what else we're gonna be talking about here. I don't know what else we can do.
I think they're talking about electronics coming into it with toys, but they did that in a short on Disney Plus. You can watch it. So they already told that story in a short. So we'll see if they do it for the big screen.
Yeah, I don't know. But
you know what? We're trying, Mr. All Power. We're trying. A lot of therapy from Catherine O'Hara movies. A lot of whiskey.
If you're still trying, if you're out there and you're still trying, check out our Last of Us 2 review where we talk about it. And let's go get through it together.
Yeah. And I know Hunger Games, some people are fans out there. They just cast their Haymitch and their Lenore Dovebird. So this book just came out, I think, last year or the year before. But The Sunrise on the Reaping is going to be out November 20th, 2026. And a lot of people wondering who's going to play Haymitch. And Joseph Zeta is your Haymitch.
Not sure who this is, but if you guys listen, Hunger Games, when it first came out, Hunger Games, the first one was incredible. Catching Fire was another great sequel. That movie was amazing. Then Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 lost me. They completely lost the plot. I was so disappointed. That's when you had all these Maze Runner and Divergent movies. But I will say that's one of the tidbits from the books, and that they said in the original Hunger Games, Haymitch's Hunger Games, his whole thing was the craziest one because it had the most people, and it was it was a bloodbath. So this movie's gonna be insane. I didn't see the old Young Snow, the Hunger Games prequel they just came out with a few years ago. I didn't see that, but this one's gonna be insane.
All right. I like the better one. It's called Battle Royale. If you haven't watched Battle Royale, look up Battle Royale. That is a cool movie, and it's way better than Hunger Games. But
is that in the office? Is that one that's in the offices, like a building?
No, that is that the Raid?
I might be thinking of something else.
Okay, Battle Royale is kind of exactly like the Hunger Games.
Okay.
They're overpopulated, so they send kids on buses to an island.
That's insane.
That's how they do their population control. Hi. Next,
gotta be the kids. So F them kids.
I don't know. Why don't you talk about a new movie, the hottest movie in the country? Knock. You saw it. Yes,
the hottest movie there is. People are trying to go see this movie multiple times. Sinners came out. Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, and there's a new actor. I can't remember. I think his name is Miles Catton. I believe his name is. And there's a few other older actors as well. The movie's brilliant. Me and my girlfriend just saw it on the weekend. Now, it's tough for me to rank Ryan Coogler movies because his first ever movie was Fruitvale Station with Michael B. Jordan, but that was more of an indie project that got a lot of hype. It was based off a real story, but that movie was brutal. I knew right away those two were talented together. Then he hits you with Creed, a licensed property, movie's incredible again, Michael B. Jordan again, and it's on fire. Then he hits you with Black Panther. In my opinion, one of the greatest movies ever, one of the greatest superhero movies ever. Marvel superhero, $1 billion, incredible. From everything about that movie was a masterpiece. Soundtrack, visual, acting. And then, he's like, you know what? I need to go back to my roots, make an original movie. And he gives you Sinners. And people have an issue, Zach, because someone posted this. It was Quentin Tarantino's once Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, same scenario where like the director fought for like the rights for it after a few years. And they said, it made a bunch of money. They're like praising it pretty much. Variety hit Sinners with it. Hey, it made $60 million, but we don't know if it's going to be profitable yet. All this unnecessary negativity. So Ben Stiller replied, it was the whole thing with the report. Besides that, the movie is incredible. It didn't feel like I was watching a movie. It felt like I was just watching something real. It builds and it builds. I think it's 2 hours and 10 minutes, I believe, but it does not feel that way. There's 2 end credit scenes you got to stick around for. I believe the first one that's in the middle of the credits is like the real important one for the story. The second one is good, but that's more for like a payoff of the actual story. First one is like real, real good, real important. Second one, just a payoff to make it, wrap it up and, make it feel good. The movie's just incredible. There's some scenes and some characters that I felt like had a moment, and I felt like they might try to spin this off, either make a sequel or make it into a franchise. There's just so much potential with it. And it doesn't feel forced, Zach. It didn't feel like you were forcing a franchise down my throat. It just felt like Ryan Coogler told the story he wanted to tell, and there's some other pieces that you could expound upon, but you don't necessarily have to, but it's there. And he just told a concise story. It was just brilliant. All the side characters made sense. Michael B. Jordan gave a great performance as both characters. Him playing both twins, actually, they both felt different. I didn't feel like I was watching them play the same character. They both were very distinct. Miles Canton, I believe this is his first film. He did great. He was a great person to be in this movie. He sets the tone. Again, just a brilliant movie, man. Just really, really good.
Well, if you're questioning what to see this weekend,
The
Accountant 2, Until Dawn, or Sinners, I think you found your winner with Sinners. I'm really excited to see this. I can't wait to go see this. 70 millimeter around here, IMAX. I like that a lot. And the greatest thing you said about it possibly being a spinoff, it's vampires. So it can be set in any time period.
That's the thing, too. So there's one scene everyone's talking about. I would say it's about like halfway through the movie, right before it really pops off. It's one of the most brilliant scenes I think I've ever seen. I can tell like that scene was Ryan Coogler taking all of his experience, like going to USC, learning how to direct, all his experience, and saying, I'm going to put my signature on this movie. I'm going to put my stamp. That scene, when we see it, that's a Ryan Coogler signature. Like he put his name on the movie when he did that. Like it's one of the scenes that gets talked about from a lot. It was really good. Yeah, I thought the way people acted made sense. You had a character that just every character wrapped up the story and made it work, made it really work well. And there's a lot of symbolism in this movie as well. Like I can tell Ryan was trying to send people a message with this movie. A lot of things, a lot of stuff.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, and if anybody was questioning what I'm giving it, I damn near want to give it a perfect score, 10 out of 10. I'll try to be, less biased and say 9.5 out of 10. But to me, it's damn near a 10. It's damn near perfect.
Okay. I know the one guy who got cast as the blues player learned to play guitar for this role. That is insane to me because I saw some clips of him.
Yeah. The young guy,
that's
right?
Really good guitar playing. Yeah, that's really good guitar playing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can play guitar, but like I can play bullshit. But that's really good guitar playing.
So his character was very important for like that big scene people have been talking about. That his character is very important for that scene.
Okay, good on him.
Yeah,
and good on Ryan Coogler because I subscribe to people owning their movies when they're in positions to own their movies. Obviously, if you're a new director, if you're making Until Dawn, you don't need to own that movie. Nothing against the movie. I haven't seen it. I'm not like shit talking. I'm just saying if you're making like an IP or some other movie, when you're making something like you said that he's going to put signatures in, he's an established, not just for a length of time, but box office sensation director. Own your movies. Tarantino, own your movies. You look at right now, if you follow Kevin Smith around, Dogma just got released because Weinstein and Miramax own that movie, and you couldn't find this movie other than the DVD that was released in like 2020 or 2000. So that's what I'm saying. Now he can own his movie again. He's going around touring, showing it in theaters, and having a blast with it because Dogma, if you've ever seen it, it's tons of celebrities in there. Big, it's basically a big movie essay on religion, all of religion and stuff like that, and humanity. So it's big. When you can own your movies, own your damn properties.
Yeah. So, and again, the way he told a movie is like, there's so many messages in this movie, man. So, like, that's why I want to see it again, just to see what I might have missed and see if I can break it down a little more. I was considering doing a review for the spoiler cast review for the channel. I want to see it one more time before I do that. But people have done that. I would love to see it. I didn't get to see it in 70 millimeters, but I would love to. Yeah, I think it deserves, at least if you can, see it in 70 millimeters.
All right.
Yeah.
Almost a 10 from Knock. That's a damn good review. You see a lot of movies.
I really like, again, it just felt like I was watching something real, man. Like I didn't feel the time at all.
Yeah.
It flew by. Like when it ended, like I was like, damn, I could get 2 more hours. Like I could do 2 more hours here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
It's gonna be tough to beat this movie this year. It's gonna be tough. That's the last thing I'll say.
Shit. That's pretty crazy. You know how it is when movies get released month by month. Everyone out there, wait, this is a March movie you're saying that about. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Since you mentioned it, Until Dawn, they're doing something where they have a contest for people to watch Until Dawn, like on a 24-hour loop to win something or something. I think it's like Don't Sleep Till Dawn or something like that. I don't know if you heard about this, but it's insane.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up because I need money.
Oh, man. You played the game, though, right? The Until Dawn game?
No, I played Dead by Daylight, which was...
Yeah. I don't know how the movie's going to be, but I would recommend playing the game because it's a choice-based game, and then you get to kind of play it your own.
Yeah, it's not that. They're doing a time loop instead, and they need to just stay alive until dawn. So they keep doing a time loop with different monsters until dawn comes, rather than how it does in the game.
I don't have much hope for the movie. The game was, I thought I got all I needed from the game. Plus, the game's cast was star-studded. You had Remy Malek in there. There was a lot of people in that movie. Like, before they blew up, or in that game, like, they were killed. Hayden Panettiere was in there. Like, that game's cast is really good.
How old is this game? Hayden Panettiere?
2015, I believe.
All right. I'll curve you from screen.
There's a few people in there. It's like, yo, how they afford these people?
I mean, if I ever get to finish The Last of Us 2, that'll be my next game up.
Okay, and it's a little more lighthearted, I will say. You won't be going through, going through all emotions. I'd recommend that one a lot, man.
Because it is tough to recover from The Last of Us. Something I did give a 10 out of 10 if you watch our reviews. See why. Make sure you check it out and comment. There's a lot of discussion in here. Make sure you comment because one of our comments got a good discussion point in this episode on our stream. So please comment. We love and value your opinions.
Really appreciate it, man. We can't wait for episode 3. Hopefully it's a little less heavy. This review is going a lot better than Daredevil. I'm really enjoying these. I mean,
Daredevil is going so bad. We talked about doing a Daredevil review on this stream right now, and we're not even doing it. That's how well Daredevil's going for us.
Yeah. Hopefully season 2 is better for Daredevil, but this show has been incredible. Again, check out our review for one of our details. I gave it a great score. Zach broke it down as well. Yeah, that's all I can really say. It's a huge episode. It's their highest rated one so far.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. It was good. I am going to watch it again.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch it one more time. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But and if you haven't seen it already, watch it and then come back for a review to give us your thoughts. It's a discussion. These are our reviews, but we always want to discuss and debate. Maybe you had different opinions. You want to add something to our opinions like Alt did. So definitely jump in. But yeah, I mean, it was, again, like you guys just saw, a huge week. I had NBA playoffs, WrestleMania, Sinners, The Last of Us season 2. Like, this weekend was incredible. This weekend's up for the books. But Zach, I think that's it, bro.
I think that is it. And I am trying to find out if it's going to be next week, which I think it is. 7 days to May. I'm going, if it's on a Monday, I can make it to the premiere of Thunderbolts.
Cool.
So I'm going. If I can make it, I'm gonna have footage up, and I'm probably just gonna stream the whole fucking thing. I'm gonna bring a battery pack and just stream the whole premiere of the Thunderbolts.
My boy Zach are leaving cuffs.
It's just they just they just did a premiere over in Europe, and 3 people showed up and did photos ops where the cast was doing it. Pedro, Simi Lou,
yeah, you're right,
and a tall, beautiful black woman who no one knows who she is. And people are saying, why is this tall, beautiful black woman standing where the stars are standing?
You talking about Jodie Smith?
I don't know if it's Jodie Smith or not, but the speculation is, because I thought she looked different than Jodie Smith.
Okay, because the one I'm thinking
speculation.
About...
Well, I mean, speculation.
Okay.
Is Storm.
I think it has to be her. And people have been hyping up. There's a lot of also, if you guys are interested in Thunderbolts, be careful. There's a lot of spoilers leaking all over the internet. Yeah. Just try to be careful. But she'd be a great Storm. She has a look, and she's tall.
Yeah, that's what I want to Storm, like 100%.
I love a Storm. I believe she was in that movie with Daniel Kaluuya, Queen and Slim. If anyone caught that one a few years back, it's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
I think that was her. I haven't seen her anything. That's the only thing that comes to mind. I can't think of anything else that I might have seen her in. But I think that was her debut film, so she's only upgraded since then. So that'd be kind of cool. I did see Pedro was there because Florence tried to like say hi to him. It was like a huge thing. Her glow is crazy.
It's she's incredible. She's apparently the standout in the movie too. So
she steals every she's in.
100%. So we'll see. If I get to the Thunderbolts premiere, it will be live because it's just a couple blocks down the street here, and I will just live stream the whole thing, and that'll be it. And other than that, TNA Rebellion stuff happening on the channel. Not going to be there live this Sunday. Expect videos and all sorts of cool shit on Sunday for TNA Rebellion.
Yeah, I can't wait to go see it, man. My first TNA show that I did not work, so I get to be a fan. Whereas the wrestlers in the back, they call it the fence. You know, they call you the fence. It should be interesting. Should be very interesting. So check that out. I might do a review for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's coming up pretty soon too. Zach might have his thing. I'll say this on Florence because she steals every movie. At our last job, we got to see her come for fighting with our family. I was walking Saraya out to her car where her brother was there. Florence and everyone was swarming Saraya, right? No one messed with Florence. No one went up to her. She walked throughout the entire crowd. No one said a word. That can't happen anymore. And so I got to see from the beginning till now. That can't happen for her anymore.
That's funny you said that because she was there for Little Women and Cersei was there and everyone was bothering Cersei. And again, don't bother Florence Pugh. You're 100% right. She's worldwide now.
It's crazy to see that in real time. Little Women was really good.
That was a good adaptation.
Yeah. Great episode this week. Coming off the heels of Mania and a big pop culture weekend. We covered all of it that we can, from movies, wrestling, video games, pop culture. It's your boy, the final boss, and the main man, Zach. To all the poppers, the floppers, rampagers. Appreciate you guys jumping up every week. We will see you guys next time. Peace out, y'all.
Knock, you should work for Micro Machines.